Hello everyone and welcome to another build video. For today's video I want to show you my true Patriot. This build is made for PVE. I have another version for PvP as well, but we're going to go through the PVE version of this build. Now this build is actually in my opinion very good and a top build for the raids, because this one will help your teammates a lot. So the logic behind this build is to help your teammates and also do some damage here and there. You're not going to do constantly the damage that full DPS player build will do, but you'll be able to do a huge amount of damage based on the stats of the true Patriot, and your allies are going to do more damage to them. So let's go over into the build. I have the demolitions for this one because the demolition gives you 5% damage to targets out of cover. Damage to targets out of cover are multiplicative damage, and this one applies to all party members. So this is a good combination to have, especially with the true Patriot. Now let's go over the first weapon. I have the tactical MK16. You can choose whatever assault rifle you want here. Choose this one because as you can see, it's a godlike roll. Assault rifle damage, health damage, and damage to armor. We strained on it because we are missing some critical hit damage due to the gear set attributes. Gear sets only have one attribute and one core attribute and one attribute, compared to the high-end one, which has one core attributes and two attributes. So you'll be missing some critical hit damage, and with strain you're going to have more. Now I choose the secondary as the Bullet King. You can use here the Pestilence. I choose the Bullet King for this build because it's actually better, in my opinion, to use the Bullet King for this build. So if you don't know what the Bullet King does, so this weapon never needs to be reloaded. So you're going to fire continuously at the target. For every 100 bullets that hit an enemy, replenish some ammo to you and your allies. As I said, this is a support DPS build, so you're going to support your teammates with actually what you're going to see within the build. But this one actually helps your teammates as well, because you give them ammo back. Now let's go over the true Patriot. So we have 2 pieces, 30% ammo capacity, 3 pieces, 30% magazine size, and 4 pieces, the red, white, and blue talent. So every 2 seconds, enemies you should receive a stacking debuff of red, white, and blue. What the debuff does, it's actually for the red, amplifies the enemy's damage taken by 8%. White, shooting an enemy repairs the attacking agent's armor by 2% once every second. The keyword is agent, so it's not just you, it's the entire your entire party. And for the blue, decreases the enemy damage dealt by 8%. Full flag. This one, it's actually, in my opinion, the minus to this build, and I'm going to explain you why. So enemies that die while under the effect of all 3 debuffs, so if you have red, white, and blue debuffs on the target, enemies will die under the effect of all 3 debuffs, creating a 5-meter explosion, dealing damage equal to their total health and armor. Explosion damage reduces on named enemy deaths. So it's highly important to take in consideration that why is this minus, because it's a 5-meter range. In my opinion, based on what I played so far with this build or with other builds, very hard to get like a bunch of NPC stacks together in order to do damage with the full flag talent. So in my opinion, full flag is not actually some bonuses. Maybe if you kill an NPC and there's another one close to it, you're going to do some damage, but in my opinion, yeah, it's not that great. But the red, white, and blue are actually the core of this build. So let's go over the rest of the pieces. For the chest piece, I have Fenris with assault rifle damage, and I have weapon handling here. I need to farm for a better chest piece that have 5% critical hit chance, so I can switch this mod critical hit chance with another critical hit damage over here. So I need to farm for a better one. Has unbreakable talent on it. For the holster, I have the true Patriot again. As you can see here, I have armor here and critical hit damage. Try to take in consideration that the True Patriot comes with armor. So you can see here I rolled the critical hit chance. Sorry, I rolled the armor into weapon damage in order to have 5 cores and 5 red cores and 1 blue core, because I wanted to do this for PvE. So you need to farm in order to get close or max to a max attribute stats in order to make this build reliable. As you can see here, also for the knee pads, which is the third part of the True Patriot, I have weapon damage rolled here. This is a critical hit damage on the knee pads. As you can see, I still need to farm for a better one to get close to 12 or even 12. For the gloves, I choose the Contractor's gloves because it gives me 10% LMG damage with weapon damage, damage to armor, which is multiplicative damage, and also critical hit damage as well. Very probably say the best in slot for a DPS build, especially if you're using an LMG. And for the backpack, it's actually the most important part of the build. It's actually gives you, as you can see here, I rolled again weapon damage over here with critical hit chance and critical hit chance. Why this one it's important? Because it has the talent Patriot boost, increases red, white and blue debuff strength. So from red increases from 8 to 12, white from 2 to 3, and the blue from 8 to 12. Now let's go over the debuffs again. Amplifies the enemy's damage taken by 12% instead of 8, which is huge in my opinion, because it's 12% weapon amplified damage. So this one comes for every sources from all players, not just you. So if you add the red debuff on the target, you're going to consistently do 12% amplified damage, you and your party members. Now for this one doesn't count that much, because shooting an enemy repairs the attacking agent's armor by 3% instead of 2 once every second. So I'll probably say like that's not much of a buff, but the blue one decreases the enemy's damage dealt by 12% instead of 8. So that means that the enemy that is flagged with the blue debuff is going to do less damage for you and the entire party. So in my opinion, this is a very good build, top 3 in my opinion for every PvE content, because especially if you're fighting a lot of NPCs and Changas as well, this one will help you and your teammates a lot. Even though the stats doesn't count too much, because you have 56% critical hit chance, and as I said, I have an 8% weapon handling on the chest piece. If I get it to if I get a chest piece with 6% critical hit chance, sorry, 5% critical hit chance, and switch the one of those critical hit chance modes to 12% critical hit damage, I will reach somewhere around 110, around there, critical hit damage. So that again, that's not a lot of critical hit damage, but the build itself does a lot of damage, because you're going to increase and buff and debuff the enemy players, the enemy NPCs. So in my opinion, this is a good build. For the weapon, for the sidearm, I'm choosing the handgun that comes from the demolition, because it has perfect optimist. So weapon damage is increased by 4% for every 10 ammo missing, 10% ammo missing from the magazine. So the sidearm again doesn't count too much, but the weapons itself, so I probably say use the Bullet King for this one. If you want to use a different weapon, you can choose maybe the classic M1A and switch the Contractor's gloves with, or no, it's not a good idea, because you're going to use the Contractor's gloves and the damage for the bonus, but maybe, I don't know, change to SMG, to something else. I choose the assault rifle because it's a good weapon, as you can see, godlike roll, and is best for all case scenario. So yeah, for the skills, Revive 5 and Fixer Drone. Revive 5 because this is the best in slot skill to have for a PvE build, regardless of the content, and for the Fixer Drone because I have 912k armor, so very low on armor. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to see more The Division 2 content like this, and until next time, Have a good one.
Group. Shade tech detected. Rogue striker drone detected. Rogue sniper turret detected. Vital signs critical. Assault turret detected.
I'm ready for this.
Security systems activating.
That sounds bad.
Hey, let's kill the big boys. Finn?
Explosive seeker mine detected.
Lucy.
More body. Yeah.
Massive
Body.
overcharge detected.
Kill.
Charge detected.
Nice.
Good work. Now find Razorback and put it out of commission.
You guys